E-newsletters, creating, building, and utilizing. Uses. A great marketing tool to get your book straight in readers' emails. A way to let readers know about promotion and sales. Creates an intimate connection between you and the reader. People won't forget about you, and it's yours. The emails will be there long after social media has changed to something new. This is a screenshot of MailChimp. After you create an account, this is the page that you'll get on your dashboard. The pink arrow goes to your list. That's the list of all your emails, all your subscribers. The black arrow goes to create a campaign, and that's when you create an email to send out. If you click in the list, then you can see the name of the list and how many subscribers you have, plus the open rate and the click rate for those subscribers. You can have many different lists. I didn't realize this when I first started creating it, but you'll see later on that I've created a list for each book series, one for my website, one for Facebook, one for giveaways that I do. Each giveaway has a different list within my subscriber list, and you can see the data for each one within that. Once you click into your list, this is what you'll see. It has the stats, manage subscribers, add subscribers, sign up forms, settings. The black arrow goes to add subscribers. If you do a giveaway and you get an Excel file with all the emails to everyone that entered, this is where you would import it at. You would click on the little arrow and it has the option. Or if you did you had a newsletter sign up signing and you have all kinds of emails, you would add subscribers there. The pink arrow goes to sign up forms. This is where you create your form for your website or your Facebook plugin. It has the link that you can share or to embed or place in your books in the back matter. The red arrow goes to export list. This is if you wanted to export all the emails to switch to a new provider, or export them all to target them in a Facebook ad. Down here, you can see I marked out the emails and the names, but you can see their member rating. The top ones, the 2 stars there, means that most of them probably have never opened an email or anything, but I have switched from MailChimp, so that's probably why they have the low rating right now. Okay, if you click into sign up forms, this is what you see. General forms, embedded forms, subscriber pop-up. This is for like your website, the subscriber pop-up. It pops up. So, hey, reader, why don't you sign up for my email and you'll get fun stuff. Embedded forms is the HTML code to put on your website. And then general forms is what we're going to be looking at. And click on the little button that the arrow is pointing to. Nobody died in that last slide. That was my cats fighting the last little at the end. Okay, so once you click that little button, this is what you see. You can build it, you can design it, you can translate it. I've made mine the colors of my branding colors. Couldn't think of the word. The pink arrow goes to design it. That's where you go to pick your colors. And the black arrow goes to the fields. You can add in all this information that they have to put in. You could want their address, their birthday, all this stuff. But I make it really simple because people don't want to add all that stuff. They want to do an email and their name, and that's about it. People don't have patience for stuff like that, so I try to make it as simple as possible. Okay, this is how you create a campaign. Go in and this is where you build it. This is the type of campaign to send. You can do a regular one where it sends the same one to everyone. A plain text doesn't have emails or any kind of formatting. Kind of boring. The A/B testing is probably my favorite because you can set up the email, but you have 2 different subject lines, and it sends out to a little portion of your group for a certain amount of time. You pick the time. It could be 3 or 4 hours. It could be 24 hours. And then whichever group has the most opens is the subject line that is sent. So it's more likely to get opened because that subject line is more popular of the two. Okay, so we've picked a regular one. The black arrow is going to the subject line, and this is where you find something creative and clever. The pink one is going to the email address that it's going to come from. MailChimp no longer likes Gmail addresses, apparently, and you have to have an email address from your website that's going to have at FeliciaTatum.com or something. I don't really like that because I use my Gmail one better, so I'm not sure what they were thinking there. I guess they're trying to get less spam notifications. I'm not sure. The red arrow is going to the personalized field. You can click this, and the subject line will say their name, and then it'll say your subject. People like that. Feels like you're talking to them. I would do that as much as possible. Okay, and then once we're in there, this is how you design it. It has themes. The black arrow goes to themes. The red one goes to save templates. That's if you create one that you really like. It has your logo and it has the setup how you want it. You can save that as a template and then go back to that, and it'll automatically fill all that stuff in for you. The pink arrow goes to campaigns that you've sent recently. I usually use that just because I always forget to save a template. But you can do either one there. Or if you're really super special, you can code your own. Don't recommend doing that unless you absolutely know what you're doing. You can choose how you want it set up. You can have one big column, or you can have one column up at the top, say you want to do a teaser, and then at the bottom you want to share links to a sale in one of those little columns, and maybe you have a signing coming up and you want to share the information for that in the other little box. I don't recommend adding too many of the little boxes because it gets really busy and then people are just confused. Okay, once you've chosen that, this is the last MailChimp slide here. You can pick, you drag these boxes over. You have text, box text, image. You can do more than one image. You can do your social media links to put in there so they'll share it. Just set it up. I usually do an image at the top and then do text, and I fill out the social share just because if it's usually a sale or something, and you can fill that out and do your little hashtags, and they can just push one little button and share all that information for you. After this, you confirm the setup, you look at it and everything, and then you schedule it or send it. Hopefully you know how to do that. If you don't, just email me. It's really easy to figure out. Try to figure it out on your own first, but if you really need help, let me know and I'll help you. Okay, this is MailerLite. I have recently changed my marketing newsletter services to MailerLite, and I like it a lot better than MailChimp. The prices are cheaper. I think it's easier to use. I have more open rates. Overall, I like it. So if you're looking for a change, I definitely recommend this service. This is the dashboard. It's really similar to MailChimp. The pink arrow goes to the subscribers. The red one goes to automation. And with MailerLite, you don't have to pay to get automation. So I set it up so every time somebody signs up for my newsletter, they get an automated email from me with the coupon code to my opt-in offer and links to all my free books and a little welcome message thanking them for signing up and that I hope they enjoy being on my email list. The black one, the black arrow goes to create campaign. It's all really simple to use. This is my most recent campaign there. There's a lot of open and clicked rates in there. Definitely not a bad thing. Okay, so once you click on subscribers, this is my subscriber groups. I've got one that's translated to Portuguese because I have 2 books in Portuguese now, and eventually they're all going to be translated. I've got my Scarred Hearts books. I haven't changed all those links in the back of my books yet, though, so that's why there's no subscribers there. I've got all my fantasy and paranormal on one list. I have all the emails from MailChimp that I've exported over. Facebook signups, and there's actually 2 or 3 more down there under that. You can add a new group, as the big orange box says. And when you do this and you import some emails, it checks all of your list. So if you have them on one of your other little groups there, it's not going to add them again. So you aren't going to have the same email in 3 or 4 groups. It checks it and it's like, oh, hey, you already have this email, so we didn't add it. So that way you have a good idea of what your numbers are, and it's all divided up the way you want it. Okay, so if you click in web forms, this is what it looks like. I haven't finished the Scarred Heart sign up to make it look all pretty and match my branding yet, but this is where you go to create the web form, to embed it or get the link. That's the individual link for each group, so you know where it's coming from, and it's easier to track, so you know where the bulk of your subscribers are coming from, so you can kind of target those areas to get more. It's a really great way to see where readers are coming from, and I really like it. I wish I'd thought of this in the very, very beginning, but lesson learned. Okay, so I clicked into one of those, and this is what it looks like, the form. The red arrow goes to edit, and that's where you can change the colors, change the fields. You can change the subscribe button color, the subscribe button text, everything. You can completely design this the way you want to match your branding. The pink arrow goes to the embed form to send to put on your website. And then the black arrow is the link that you need to share to get people to see this little pop-up form so they can sign up. So that's the link you put in the back of your books. The link that you would share on Facebook or Twitter or whatever. The confirmation email up at the top. You can have the double opt-in. That means that they subscribe and then they get the confirmation email to make sure that that's what they want to do. You can turn that off, but I don't recommend it, just because I think it's better for them to get that confirmation so they can be like, oh yeah, I signed up for that, I'm going to confirm that, and then they go get your opt-in offer. So it's a good setup. Okay, so this is the last MailerLite slide. The campaigns are basically set up the same way MailChimp is, so I'm not going to go over all that again. This is the automation page. I have it personalized, so it says, welcome, Susie, a gift for you. And then it has all the stuff that I mentioned before. It has my opt-in offer coupon. It has the link. It has links to my website that has with each of the free books that I have available, all of my perma frees. And you can create autoresponders for each list if you wanted. But I just go in and edit this to add any new list that I happen to make, just because that's a lot of autoresponders and I don't have time to do that. So one big automation email for all my list. You just have to go in and check it. It's really simple, really easy. And this is a great way to let readers be like, oh, that's so cool. I signed up and now I get free stuff. Who doesn't like free stuff, you know? Now that we've gone over campaigns and everything, we're going to talk about how to build your list a little bit. Have sign-up links in the front and back matter of your books. I just have a little line that says sign up for email updates and get a free copy of Entangled Souls. So that way they know they get a free book and they're signing up for updates via email. Have a pop-up on your website as well as an embedded form. I have an embedded form that's it's a drop-down menu under contact that says newsletter. And my pop-up pops up every 45 days. So if you visit my website right now, it would pop up, and you could visit every single day 2 or 3 times a day, but it wouldn't show back up for 45 days. Have an opt-in offer. Give a free book for newsletter subscribers. This has to be a book that isn't perma-free, so they have a reason to sign up. They have to be able to put a value to it. I set mine up automatically to send an email, that's the automation, with a coupon code from Smashwords for the free book, and they get that email and the link as soon as they sign up. The landing page goes straight to that on my website. I just created a page that's not live, and it has the coupon, the link, and all that stuff that's in the automation email. So they see it twice, but some people don't look at the email, so I want to make sure that they get it. Giveaways. This is iffy. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I found a lot of readers this way, though, so I do find value in it. And then InstaFreebie has an option to have signups when you host a giveaway. It can be mandatory or not. So it could say, sign up for email updates from Felicia Tatum and get a free copy of whatever book I'm offering. I've recently started a campaign with them, just kind of a little partnership thing going on, and I've gotten over 4,000 signups in the past 3 months, maybe 3 months, maybe 2. I'm not really sure on how long, but it's been great, and I think I've only had about 200 of them that have unsubscribed, and that's a really, really great percentage. It is a paid service, but I think they have a free trial for a month. So if you wanted to do that, that would be a great way to get some new ones coming in, just to build your list a little bit and get it a little bit bigger. And you could also share that stuff on social media because they get a free book, but you're getting emails for it. So it's really, it's worth it, in my opinion. Okay, and now content. Everyone seems to not know what to send. Here are some things that I send or I've seen other people have sent. Exclusive content, sales, and giveaways. If you have a deleted scene that is not going to show up anywhere, send it to your newsletter subscribers. Eventually put it on your blog, but send it to your newsletter subscribers 2 or 3 months before you put it on your blog, because they like seeing stuff first. They need a reason to be on your list, and they need a reason to stay on your list, so give them a reason. I have paperback giveaways once every 3 or 4 months probably. Just create a Rafflecopter and send it to my newsletter peeps. I'm like, hey you guys, I love you, thank you for signing up. Here's a little giveaway. I don't share it anywhere else. They're the only ones that have access to it. Sometimes I had to send it internationally, but that's part of it, I guess. You can send the first 2 to 4 chapters of a new release before it's available. I do this about 2 weeks before release. I usually send the first 2 chapters. And then about a week and a half later or so, or a week later, I put the first one on my blog. That way, the subscribers are getting more, and they have a reason to sign up if they haven't already. I usually make a little post, and I'm like, I'm going to be sharing the first 2 chapters via my newsletter in so many days. You want to be signed up for this? Here's the link. Super simple. You get people signed up, and they get to read part of the book, and then they want to read it when it comes out. So if you have a pre-order, this is a great way to get pre-orders. Send out those chapters, put the pre-order links at the end. Boom, bam, you've got more people that want to read your book. Now, I also don't send a lot of newsletters. Some people send them every week. Some people send them every 2 weeks. I don't really see the point in that personally, but that's just me. If you don't have any kind of release or sale in a few months, it's a good idea to go ahead and send one just so you stay in their mind. You could offer a coupon code for like 3 to 5 days, only available to them, or you could do an InstaFreebie for like the first 250 people to claim this book, get it free, or just tailor it to your list. If you only have 100 subscribers, maybe the first 10 people get this. You can do limits on it, or you could do unlimited, and you could just be like, this is open for one day, go get your book. Just, if you're not releasing a lot and having sales every so often, do something to stay relevant in their mind, just to remind them that, oh, hey, I'm alive, I'm still working, I'm going to have a book soon, but while you wait, here's a little present.